Hello and welcome back to No Bullshit. Today we're talking about LeBron James, the now infamous basketball player who had quite the week lately. Not only has his team, the Cleveland Cavaliers, been blowing it in the NBA Finals, they're down 3-0, but also this week, LeBron reported a supposed hate crime done to his $20 million mansion in Brentwood, California. Someone allegedly spray painted the N-word on his mansion's gate. What a convenient little thing to happen when he's losing big time in the championship series. Sounds like a distraction to me, and there's a lot of people thinking this whole hate crime is a big hoax, and I think I agree. Let me tell you why. Well, it's already been over a week since the report, and we still have no fucking evidence that the hate crime even happened. No pictures of the graffiti, no video from surveillance, and this nigga's $20 million mansion is in Brentwood, not Cleveland. Brentwood is one of the most exclusive neighborhoods in Los Angeles. You can't walk your dog without getting caught on neighborhood security cams or at least someone's cell phone. And what about the security cams on LeBron's house? It's a $20 million mansion. There's got to be cameras all over it. Yet still, we've got nothing. We've got no evidence. Basically, LeBron called the cops about this supposed hate crime, and then he covered it up before they got there. It's a fucking joke. The LAPD aren't even investigating anymore, so that means it either never happened or they found the suspect and now they're covering it up. Probably because it wasn't a white person doing it because of racism. If they're covering it up, it's probably another hate crime hoax done by either LeBron James or Black Lives Matter or some shit. These hoaxes have been happening over and over again lately, especially since the election. Yet, the media still loves to jump in on the story, even when there's no proof there's anti-black racism. It's pretty pathetic. Take this LeBron James case for example. Even if this was true, if someone did paint nigger on LeBron's gate, there's no way to tell that's racism. Sure, it's pretty likely, but I think news channels are really jumping the gun when they go out and say LeBron James is the victim of a racist hate crime, when there's no fucking evidence. But I digress. Let's take a quick look at the news coverage and some of LeBron's press conference before we go on.
On that gate was spray painted the N-word, or painted, detectives don't know for sure yet, but because of what the word was, it is a hate crime. And today, before the finals of the NBA championship begin tomorrow night, LeBron James reacted.
No matter how much money you have, no matter how famous you are, no matter how many people admire you, you know, being black in America is tough.
Oh yeah, being the richest athlete on the planet is really tough, guys. Do you know how hard it is to call a painter to come and cover up the gate for your $20 million mansion? It's really tough. But really, this guy has probably never experienced racism in his whole fucking life. I mean, I would say that's pretty clear because anyone else that was in this position and had experienced real racism before, they wouldn't think that some paint on their mansion gate is even worth fucking mentioning. No, if you gotten beat up because you were black or fired because you were Asian, you wouldn't think some graffiti on one of your 5 mansions is a big deal. No, someone who really experienced racism, they would probably say something like, oh, hey guys, no need for a press conference, it's just some paint. Now I better get back to practicing my basketball for the goddamn playoffs.
But it just goes to show that that racism will always be a part of the world, a part of America.
Well, if all the racism that's left in America is people spray painting the N-word on rich dudes' gates, then I'd say we're doing pretty fucking good. That's gotta be on the lowest level of racism I could think of. I'd say we're doing all right. I'd say we've come a long way from lynchings and burning crosses.
So, I'm really sorry to hear that something that appalling happened right here.
And we got a long way to go, you know, for us as a society and for us as African Americans until we feel equal.
Well, LeBron, at this point, I don't think you'll ever really feel equal then. You have more money than God. You have mansions spread out across the country, a wife, kids. You're a legendary basketball player with 3 championship rings. In fact, you're not equal. You're actually above like 99% of the country. Yet you still cry racism? This just proves that black people in America like LeBron, with mindsets like this, these people will never feel equal, no matter how privileged they become. And if you're doubting whether or not the news is unfairly siding with the blacks here, take a look at this tweet from Clay Travis. He's a sports reporter who's active on Twitter, and he's really been giving it to LeBron over this hate crime hoax. Check this out. If I said someone wrote cracker on my beach home, painted over it, and never shared the pic or video, then I said a black person did it, would you believe me? I mean, would you guys believe that? Do you think a paper-thin story like this would make national news? I don't fucking think so. And this tweet Clay put out is just as valid as LeBron's story. We basically just have to take LeBron's word for it. And it's all just too convenient if you ask me. LeBron gets this great, distracting, unproven hate crime right at the same time he's losing the NBA Finals. The Golden State Warriors have been dominating the Cavs in the NBA playoffs, so I think LeBron is using this hate crime as an excuse to the media. It's a distraction. He's losing and playing horribly, so he wants to try and garner sympathy from this fake hate crime to try and make him look and feel better.
And that's when he called the LAPD. So the LAPD never saw the N-word on the gate, but they do have pictures of it. And again, it's a hate crime. There are a number of cameras here. They think, they're not positive, but they think they have some pretty good visuals on those security cameras on who might have done this.
The news is so easy to jump to the conclusion it's a hate crime. And to be honest, the public is too easy to believe it. If they took pictures, why can't we see them? And why would LeBron's camp cover up the evidence before the police get there? There's just too many unanswered questions here. And I can't believe LeBron is doing this whole call for sympathy thing at the press conference. Boo-hoo. We should really feel sorry for you, huh? Come on, LeBron. You weren't even at your fucking house when it happened, dude. As far as LeBron's concerned, this hardly even happened to him at all. Some paint on his gate in Brentwood is just as relevant as, say, a dog taking a shit on his driveway in Cleveland, or someone throwing toilet paper at his house in Miami. This is a nothing story that LeBron is only milking for sympathy because he can't win his basketball games on the court. What LeBron should have said as a reaction is this: hey guys, this is no big deal. This country has given me so much love and supported my talent for so many years. Some crazy guy with spray paint doesn't bother me at all. That's it. That's all he should have said. No sympathy sobbing, no blacks have it bad in America, no racist bullshit. This is race baiting. If this hate crime even really happened, it's just some graffiti, bro. Get over it. At the end of the day, the man is rich and privileged and has a $20 million mansion, yet he still wants to use the race card for sympathy. The victimhood complex of these people holds no bounds. And for all we know, he had someone paint that shit on his fence himself. But again, there's no evidence out there, so we may never know. But we do know that the police aren't investigating anymore, so they probably got the tagger but don't want to release the video or his name because, guess what? The painter wasn't even white. He's probably some other black guy who was a Golden State fan. The mansion is in California after all. But let's be real, the cops know who did it. They have the pictures in the video, they just don't want to say who. And that all adds up to yet another hate crime hoax in America. What do you guys think? Is this a hate crime or a hoax? Aren't there supposed to be cameras everywhere at his mansion and in Brentwood? Do you think the Cavs have any chance of coming back and winning the finals? Comment below, and thanks for watching No Bullshit. See y'all next time, and make sure to check out my debate with Vegan Gains on Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern. Thanks again. Bye-bye. One more thing, I want to give a special thanks to these amazing Patreon supporters. You guys are the best. You guys went above and beyond the rest, and I love you so much for it. If anyone else wants to donate or join our Patreon crew, link in the description. We're going to be setting up more videos and live streams very soon. Thanks again.